Tuples in Python are defined by a parenthesis, open and close parenthesis, and in between them we can pass any type of data variable we want, like a string or an integer or another tuple inside a tuple. So this print of type of t, this type of t will be of type tuple and it will print tuple. So if I run this in terminal, then it will show me the Python. The name of the file is list.py. So it is class of tuple. This print have been printed here. And if I just type print t, then it will show me all the values of that tuple. Here we go, s, 763 and d. Now if I want to access any particular value, then I can pass t of that index. So t of 0 is the first, then 1 is 763 and so on. So it will give me tuple and 763 as I have used here t of 1. Okay, now if I want to change t of 1, let's say I want to convert this t of 1, instead of 763 I want it to be tuple 1. So this will not work because tuples are immutable. You can't change a particular value of a tuple after its definition has been done. Let's like here. So it is saying t of t1 is tuple 1 is not possible, type error, because tuple object doesn't support item assignment. So you can't change this thing forcefully, but this can be done if it was a list. So in the case of list you can do so, and to make a list, to make it a list, I just use parenthesis, instead of parenthesis a list. Okay, so if I do this, then it is a class list, and yeah, t1 is possible. So after this line the value of t1 will be tuple 1. So I can change the value from 763 from this line to this line. So I can say the second value is tuple 1 here. So tuples are immutable. You can't change in the tuple, but you can change them in the lists. Okay, so now the next thing in tuple is to declare a tuple of one element, you have to pass this like this. If you do this thing without any comma after this, then it will be a string. So here if I use print type of t and run this script, then it will show me that it is of class str. Okay, let me comment out this part. Now in this tuple t equals to a, this thing is print type of t is str print. Okay, so if I want to make a tuple of one element, then I have to pass the comma. Now it is of class tuple. Alright, so single element tuple is created by parenthesis and comma in the end. This comma will tell the Python interpreter that it is not of string type, but it is of tuple type. Now let's say we are discussing here now the usage of tuple. Let's say we have a tuple this of 4 strings a, b, c and d. So if I want to access particular thing from back, then I can do with tuple whatever the name is, then tuple of, let's say, -1. So backward indexing is also there. Then tuple of -1 will be, I have to print it out. Let's say this is a, and if I say print the a, then it will return me whatever the last value is, that is d. So backward indexing as well, forward indexing, both are there in list, in tuples. Okay, now the usage of tuples are to return more than one value from a function. So let's say we have a function reverse x comma y. We want to reverse the value of x comma y. This is 3-line basic code that we learn in first year of engineering, that assign the first value in temporary variable, then swap the values. So this is swapping function, reversing function. Then it will return two values collectively, that is return x comma y. So this is a basic use of tuple, to return more than one thing from a function. So this can be done like if you are returning more than one query set. We usually in some big function, like say def of some query set, and let's say you are passing self argument of the class declaration and some arguments and args and keyword args. So in these type of things, in this function I can return two queries, one collectively. So q comma w. So and there q comma w will be some SQL, MySQL syntaxes. Okay, or some in Django we used to write q equals to, if there is a model, log dot objects dot all, this type of thing. So it will return more than one query at once. Okay, so this is the basic use. So if I print by calling this function, if I print the reverse of 22 comma 44, it will return 44 comma 22 at once. Okay, 44 comma 22. Now the second use of the tuple is for reversing. So instead of this block line, like let's say I just printed out, control C, and here I'm copying this thing. Now the indentation is a problem. Now it's okay. So instead of this 3 line of code, I can use tuple to reverse the things. X comma y, let's say x comma y equals y comma x. So this is basic use of tuple to reverse a given pair of elements. So here the same thing is done. Okay, so instead of this, the same thing is done by just single line. So this is very important thing. To swap the values, two values, we use x comma y equals to y comma x in the tuple format. Okay, now the second use of tuple is reversing the values, and the most important use is when we want to return more than one thing from a given function. Thank you very much.